welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are back here in Minnesota on a new map called Starbuck, Minnesota. This is, hold on. I forgot to look. Yeah, it is on the in-game mod hub, sorry. Because I'm looking at it on kingmods.net, so sorry about that. This is on the in-game mod hubs under Starbuck, Minnesota. Just came out a day or two ago for me recording this, which is on a Saturday. So by the time you guys see this, it'll have been out for almost a full week, I think. So just looking at the description here, welcome to Starbuck, a rich slice of Minnesota farmland reimagined for Farming Simulator 25. This mid-size map blends scenic realism with versatile gameplay, featuring rolling terrain, authentic field shapes, and a small-town charm inspired by the real Starbuck community. The map supports arable farming, forestry, and animal husbandry right out of the gate. Key features: 50-plus viable farmlands with varied sizes, fields, and shapes. Dynamic terrain for immersive machinery use. Production chains, dairy, grain mill, carpentry, etc. Custom PDA map overview and road layout. Fictional farms are ready for solo or multiplayer use. And whether you're tending crops solo or building a co-op operation, Starbuck Valley offers a serene yet productive escape into the heartland. It is a standard map size, and it was created with care by Dennis, aka Freeze. Inspired by the land, built for the community. So there's that. And it is about 6:15 in the morning here in game time. And yes, I am floating because we are in flight mode at the moment. But the only thing I've done is I've added lights. So we got lights on this little shed that I'm using currently as a bale shed. We got some lights around the silo. And I got these lights, which I showed you in my last video, if I'm not mistaken, where I had them on each post. This is kind of what it looks like when you go with two, so it still looks good, so I'll take that. The only other spot I put lights at were up here at the entrance, this entrance, and the other entrance. Oh, and around the workshop, because that had no lights. Oop. And I am stuck. How did I get in here? There we go. I just flew right in there and I couldn't get out. So I just got some lights around there just to make it a little bit more visible. The only other things that I've done is I harvested the field over yonder. We got this up and running by adding water and then just selecting everything to start. We got this filled up with food and got chicks and a couple of roosters in here. And same with this. We got this filled up with grass and got our lambs in here. So it's going to be a while before we see any wool come out of here, but that's fine. This was already here, so we do start off with carpentry as far as that goes. And what I need to do is, I think what I'm probably going to do is treat this front area like an area for us to grow. What is it? Just wood. Grow trees. And harvest them that way. Just so that way we can use that as a way to help our income. So as far as the map goes, because it does mention that, it is a standard size. Down here there's a map legend, Farmland 32, which is what we own here. It's a starter farm, default farm, and new farmer mode, includes basic buildings and equipment. That's all we own. Cow production farm contains pre-placed cow husbandry available for purchase in other game modes. Not sure where that's at, but maybe if we did a different farm mode, this would be set up a little bit differently, maybe. But yeah, I do kind of like the way that looks as far as the PDA. As you can see here, Starbuck, Minnesota. So if you look at the roadway, keep in mind that this is the map edge right here, or close to it from where my mouse is. And then you can basically see it right here. So that's pretty cool that they incorporated that in the map. We do have a little bit of everything as far as crops go. So nothing too crazy, not like the multi-fruit maps, but still plenty. So let's zoom up. Our farmland is actually very close to town, because actually right here is the shop. So you just come out to the road, take a right, and you're basically running right into our farm. So that works out. We got a few different places for selling, it looks like, or buying and doing productions with. Man, the fog layout is awesome. Haven't really had much of a chance to zoom around, but this almost looks like it's unfinished, maybe? Maybe we could turn it into an RV park. Because we do have, looks like, a boat section here. Ooh, I wonder if they're trying to get it ready for the upcoming DLC release. So that way we can have boats and whatnot and be able to fish and all that stuff. That would be awesome. Have a nice nice DLC map, or not DLC, mod map come out, because we do have access to this out here. And granted, we're up here right along the edge of the map, so that is pretty cool. Oh, there's looks like one of the farmyards, or cattle yards. Plenty of area to do forestry with if you guys wanted to. Another edge. That's a decent sized field along with that one. Ooh, here's an idea. Buy these 3, gives you 2 fields to work. Make this into your home field as far as your farmyard. All right, got a nice little Starbuck Park. Oop. Minnewaska? Minnewaska Lakers. Interesting. It's a shame they don't have the sounds of the ballpark like they do in, oh, what was that? The main farm in 22. Why am I spacing on that? You can kind of see where the traffic flows. Looks like there's a lot of traffic, though. I think it comes back through and passes, because there's our farm in there, and I think it passes through here and either goes to that edge or turns left. But that looks to be dirt country type roads through here, so they might just go to the edge of the map and come out somewhere else. Huh. But yeah, look at these rolling hills. That's kind of cool. I love it when the map mod makers, wow, if I can talk right today. I love it when they do that and it's not just completely flat or, you know, one lone hill. I mean, there's a time and a place for it, but I love these rolling hills type of maps. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that multiple times before. And it looks like we have plenty of fog rolling in. So one thing that I do need to do on our farm is I need to get some lime, which I think I have in a spreader. And let's turn off flight mode here. As long as I don't land on something that's going to hurt. So I did buy 2 things. I did buy this water trailer. So anything that has BGStrouse as the license plate are ones I bought. Anything that has Dennis on it is what you get for new farmer mode. So speaking of which, let's take a look at some of the equipment. So we do start off with 6R185. This is one that I bought just because we don't have a personal vehicle aside from the tractors and semi-truck. That's the truck that we get. Not exactly the greatest when that trailer is full. So that's definitely one that we're going to have to update real quick. Because if I can't, be hauling with the truck reliably, then I need to update it. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic stand a little bit. There was an issue on it, so I apologize if that made any noises. And our big tractor is an 8R410. We do have a front loader on the one, along with pallet forks and the bale forks, which hauling off the field to get, what was it, 12? No, 11. To get these 11 bales, which is what I was able to get off the field here, just by simply harvesting and getting the straw from everything, not just from the ups and downs. We got straw off of everything, including the headland. We only managed to get 11 bales. So, but yeah, you can carry up to 4. I don't even have a weight on the back of this tractor, but I was able to carry 4 bales with this setup on here. So that makes it nice and easy. Semi-trailer is the Crampy SKS. So that can hold up to 59.4 cubic meters of material. So as you can see along the bottom, it carries just about everything available. We do have this guy. I've never been a big fan of these. Don't ask me why, I just haven't been. But that's a spader, so that's probably our equivalent to a plow, I believe. And I'm not a big fan of these either. But we're going to do what we can with them. Like I said, I think that already has lime in it. This is our harvester that we're going with, the S7800. Decent little harvester. Grain heads are just fine. 12 meter corn, 13.7 meter grain header. Square baler is not too bad. K-brand SB1290. So there is that. And of course, my water trailer that I bought so I could fill up the greenhouse. All right. So let's see here. Unfortunately, I don't have any other place to put the corn and the grain header, so that's where it sits for now. All right, so that has 9,000 liters. Okay, 9,000 liters of lime. So let's grab our tractor. Good. This is the 8R. Since the sun's coming up, it's almost 7 o'clock now. Let's go ahead and get started on that field. Like I said, I've never used a spader before, so I have no idea how that's gonna look, how it's gonna work, but I'll do it for you guys. And because this is base game with the DLCs and a couple other mods, we gotta go this route as far as using our equipment properly and efficiently. I am happy though that we do start off with a full spreader of lime. I think we're only going to really focus on doing one headland, then we're going to do the ups and downs real quick to get those knocked out. I am curious though. Sorry, I'm getting over to precision farming. Let's get that purchased. just so we can start seeing that come through. Which that's bringing the pH up, it looks like, which is good. But that is where we want. Yeah, that's 6.25 for what we did for most of that, with a little 6.5. So that's good that we're increasing that up. Now, I wouldn't do this if we were doing soybeans, because soybeans don't like a high pH. At least not in game. I don't know if that's accurate for real world. So yeah, we'll do this, and if we need to do any more after we plant, then I guess we'll worry about it then. But this is at least getting us to baseline, I believe. Yeah, it's just getting optimal value for the actual soil. So, and when it's like this, lights don't actually do the greatest, simply because you got the sunlight coming through. Especially when you get up here in these trees, you can already see the sunlight rays popping through. So it's not the greatest to deal with headlights unless it's dark enough to warrant it. At least not in my opinion. I love the fact that we have all this room down here on this end of the field. It's just I am a crappy camera operator and I can't do the best with that. It looks like we are definitely laying down decent amount down here on this edge of the field. I'm sure I have a feeling that we may be changing or adjusting what we added to the top part. Now we know what soil there is, so we'll get that knocked out as well. And let me go ahead and just work on this. I'll catch up with you here in a minute when we're ready to get that spader up and running. Like I said, I've never used that before, so it'll be interesting to see. Be right back. we got the lime spread. Used up every last bit of it. And then some. Ended up buying a small crate. And got her filled up the rest of the way. As far as the field goes. Let's get this parked up. And try out this spader. Yeah, and I've never used one, so I'm very unfamiliar with it. Then I'll have to figure out what I'm going to plant. I'm actually a little surprised that I don't have... Is that my cultivator? What is that? Oop, wrong menu. Is that? That's... That is the planter. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm surprised that doesn't come with the, or we don't have the front piece for it. Then again, if we did, I don't have a spot to put it on this tractor. We don't have a 3-point attachment on this, the front of this. We may need to look into that eventually as well, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make it work for now. Man, that fog is rolling in thick this morning. Alright. Do we have to... Well, we're going to set this up first. Say, do we have to unfold this? It doesn't look like it. We just need to turn it on and lower it. Oh. Let's take a look here. See what kind of quality good it's doing. Oh, this is nice grass. It really is chewing it through everything. That's nice. Why can't you be like, 20 feet wide? 30 feet wide? Let's see here. So this is the parts that need plowed along with all the weeds. And it is plowing it. It is treating it like it's being plowed. Nice. And it puts it in a cultivated state, so I guess that works. Well, guess you know what I'm doing for the next couple hours, because this is going to take me a while, I think. So in the meantime, guys, we're going to call a video there. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video posted, not just like a few here and there. If you made it this far in my video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.